The grandmother is hearing her daughter's voice in her head and hearing her grandchildren's voice in her head.
Dr. Phil, I felt my daughter's spirit the moment she died. And something woke me up, and I sat at the foot of, sat up, and a spear went through my forehead, and I heard the Holy Spirit say, Shanann. And I said, Holy, something happened to my daughter. I knew. I swear to God, I knew. I woke up Frankie. I woke up the whole house. I said, something's wrong with Shanann. I'm telling you, something's wrong. And
we didn't know she was missing yet. We didn't know anything.
But you knew.
She knows all the time. She's got intuition. I don't know how she knows these things.
So what did y'all think when she came?
Trusted you, the heartless monster, and then you take them out like trash. You disgust me. They were loving and caring people. You may have taken their bodies from me, but you will never take the love they had for me. They loved us more than you will ever know, because you don't know what love is. Because if you did, you would not have killed them. You monster. Thought you would get away with this. I don't know how. The cameras do not lie. You carry them out like trash of the house. Yes. I seen the videotape. You buried my daughter Shannon and Nico in a shallow grave. And then you put Bella and Celeste in huge containers of crude oil. You heartless monster.
Work of the devil.
He put Shannon's body inside the cab?
And that floorboard on the floor. That's where they found all the
So
hair.
this is like a king cab?
That
Has a
work
back
truck.
seat?
Yeah, 4-door.
So the girls were, their feet were on their mommy. But they thought she was sleeping or sick.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't know what they thought, you know?
Cab.
That
Has a
work
back
truck.
seat?
Yeah, 4-door.
So the girls were, their feet were on their mommy. But they thought she was sleeping or sick.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't know what they thought, you know?
They found Shannon's body. I'm going to be honest with you, Dr. Phil. I was laying in the bed weeping so hard, talking to God, and I said, you know, I could just end my life now and go find my daughter. I'd fallen asleep. The next morning, I get a phone call, and they found Shannon's body. I said, do you want me to identify her on the phone? And he said, yeah, you could do that. And I said, is she beautiful? He said, yes. I said, does she have black hair? And he said, yes. And I said, then you have my daughter. That night, I was laying in bed and I just felt a presence. And I heard my daughter, I felt her and I heard her say, I love you, Mommy, and I'm sorry. She told me she was at peace. I finally fell asleep with my daughter at my presence and she slept with me. I just felt her. The following day, I get a phone call and they said, Sandy, we found your granddaughter, but we're not sure which one. And I said, Bella's a little taller. She's pretty slimmer. She don't get a little belly. And if you pull her hair up a little bit, because I do their hair, and it would be so long, you know. And then I realized all the oil, they would never know. So they said, who's the one that wears a pull-up? And I said, that would be Cece. They said, well, then we have Cece. And I said, well, keep going. I said, find my Bella. And 2 hours later, they did.
It was hard for them to even tell us. You know, you could hear it in their voices. I couldn't imagine trying to be in their shoes, trying to tell parents what they just found.
And it was 2 hours later that they said they had found
she was
Bella.
at the bottom of the drum. And their skin was falling off as they were trying to get them out. Everybody needed so much therapy after that. Our hearts just go out to all of them that work so damn hard on this case.
And you felt Cece and Bella's presence.
I felt Cece's presence. She was first. And she goes, hiya, Nana. And I could see her, but in my mind. You know, but I could hear her. And she said, you've been always so good to us, Nana. And we love you with our soul. And I always took their face and kissed them all over. And she grabbed my face and just kissed me all over. And Shannon said, it's okay now. And we gave kisses and she turned her to her left. And then Bella came in and Bella went like kind of like, hi, Nana, you know? You know, just like the way she, I don't know, just the way she did it, yeah. And she said, guess what, Nana? And I said, what, Bella? And she said, I can go to Walt Disney World anytime I want. And I said, that's right, Bella. That's right. She thanked us for loving her so much.
And that's how you remember those two?
Yes, after I saw Bella and Cece, and then Shannon was standing there. I could see her body, but like kind of like see-through, and then just her upper part turned, and then I couldn't see who was handing the baby to her, and she handed me my grandson, and it's just like Frankie. It's crazy, but looks just like Frankie. So he's beautiful. He's beautiful.
I'm so glad that you have that presence and that experience.
It saved my life.
Than,
it saved my life.
Rather than the experience of just how they were found.
I'm in my hotel. I'm like, hello? Sandra Rusek, the mom. Marissa! What? You gotta do me, baby. You gotta do it right now. What's the matter? Marissa, oh my God. What? She goes, you gotta call Frankie. You gotta make sure that he doesn't get into this car. He goes and drives down there. She goes, he's been awake for 2 whole days. 2 whole days, and he duct taped his hood. And my husband went out there yelling, saying, if you go over 70 miles an hour, the hood's gonna fly up and break the windshield. She was like, tell him whatever you have to tell him. I don't care what you gotta tell him. Just make sure he doesn't get into that freaking truck. I said, you know what? You got it. Since I got court the next day, you know? Now, at that point, I had not told Frankie. I didn't even have a chance to tell Frankie what happened on Bourbon Street. I figured it would be a nice surprise when I saw him. But whatever, he didn't come. He didn't show, and it was fine. So I call, and he doesn't pick up the phone, goes to voicemail. So I leave a voice message, and I said, Frankie, it's Marissa. I said, don't come. Seriously, don't even come. I go, tonight's the Saints game. I go, I have to go to court tomorrow. I got fucking arrested for stealing a lap dance. They're saying I stole a lap dance at some male strip club. And I have to go to court, but I don't leave till Tuesday. I go, and I'm out of here. I'm totally out of here. I go, so by the time you get here, I'll already be leaving. So I get a text message from his mom. The strangest text message I've ever gotten in my entire lifetime. And I don't think that I'm throwing the mom under the bus, but it was just really strange, and I don't understand it to this day. But she said, do me a favor. Text me right now these words. I'm waking up to Frankie energy. I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. I'm waking up to Frankie energy. Now, I know the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Da-da-da-da.
Work of the devil.
He